But before those no votes were cast, people spoke both against and in support of Chief O'Shea. Then Rockford's top cop took the floor himself. 13 News reporter Mary Sugden was in council chambers. She has more for us tonight.
There are those who believe Rockford would be better without Chief Dan O'Shea.
You have tainted the entire police force in the city with your inability to change. You have proven that your ego is so big that you cannot and will not acknowledge your own insensitivity.
Those who believe it's a safer city with his leadership.
You could take this gentleman and plug him into any city throughout this country and you would have instant success starting tomorrow. And guess what? We brought him here and our success was instantaneous and it is still growing.
And those who were somewhere in between.
If you fire Chief O'Shea and don't change the system, nothing's going to happen. If you keep Chief O'Shea and change the system, okay, everything can change.
After 13 speakers had the floor, it was O'Shea's turn, spending just over 5 minutes outlining the youth and community initiatives he's implemented.
I do not discriminate and have not discriminated against anyone based on their race, color, ethnicity, age.
Ultimately, the voices carrying the most power in the room, the commission.
I am just having a hard time connecting the dots on the statements that were made versus this litany of programs that the chief mentioned and many of the speakers talked about that are directly targeted towards our youth and trying to improve their lives.
That does not, to me, appear as discriminatory prejudice against that age group. It's against certain ones that we are, I think, afraid to call criminals.
Although I may have thought that things could have been worded differently, I did not feel that that anything arose to the inherent bias as according to the policy.
A trio of no's, ultimately stopping the complaint in its tracks. For your 13 Weather Authority, Mary Sugden, 13 News.
And like we showed you